Honorable members, prayers. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in their sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic, endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and their good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen. Honorable members, welcome to day 3 of the committee's public hearing. We have a number of ministries appearing today. So I want to welcome you all. And then we'll start with introduction of members of the committee. And after that, I'll call the ministries to take the oath. Then we'll continue from there. Let's start with the introduction from my right. Honorable Ajay Boatin.
Good morning. My name is Ajay Boatin, MP for New Jobin North and a member of the committee.
MP aquaculture, MP for Memphis Central, an applied friend of the committee.
Applied and approved. Good morning. Samson Tangwan Vuchilage is my name. MP of Rongo Central, a member of the committee.
Good morning. My name is Musa Abdulaziz Ayaba, MP for Myang constituency, and a Deputy Minister for Fisheries, and a member of this committee.
Good morning. My name is Comrade Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, member of the committee and member of Parliament for Tamale Central.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Atamils, MP for Commander Edna Eguafo Abrim, and the Vice Chair of the committee.
My name is James Kluche Abaji, MP for Ketunov and the Chair of the committee.
My name is Alhaj Mohammed Bawa Brahima, MP Justice Shadumasi, a member of the committee.
Good morning, Chairman. Good morning, everyone. My name is Akwesi Kunedu, the Member of Parliament for Menchiano of Constituency and a member of the committee.
Isaac Yao Opoku, MP of Enso South and a member of the committee.
Johnson Kwekwedu, MP for Afuano Southwest, a member of the committee.
Good morning. My name is John Ngoza, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service.
Good morning. My name is Michael Addo, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service.
My name is Francis Abekukumson, Director of Audit.
All right, thank you very much. Let's have the following agencies to appear at the front to take the oath. Have Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development. Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Ministry of Local Government. We also have Public Sector Reform Secretariat. Then we have Public Records and Archives Administration Department, PRAD.
Scripture on your right hand. And then you say after me, I do in the name of the Almighty God swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
We'll start with Ministry of Fisheries. Kindly introduce yourselves to the committee.
Good morning, Chairman. I'm Musa Abdulaziz Ajaba, MP from Young Constituency and the Deputy Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Development. Chairman, I'll give the mic to the other officers to introduce themselves. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Marian Papa, Chief Director at the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Eric Ba, Director for Policy Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Esiboda Kwesi, Director for Marine Fisheries Commission. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Prosper Agbano, National Premix for Secretariat, Head of Accounts.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Elliot Mensah, the Head of Operations at the National Premix for Secretariat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. In fact, you have only one issue in the reports. And this issue borders on the National Premix Fuel Secretariat. The infraction is that there are some marketing companies that were indebted to the Secretariat. The total amount is 131,723 Ghana cedis. The auditors noted that between January 2022 and December 2022, 3 oil marketing companies owe this amount, 131,723 Ghana cedis, as administrative margin on the fuel supply, and these have been shown in a table on page 327 of the report. So the companies are Desert Petroleum Limited, Petro XP Company Limited, and then Rice Globe Company Limited. The auditors recommended that the administrator should recover this total amount with the interest at the Bank of Ghana prevailing rates from the 3 OMCs. Have we been able to recover them, money from them?
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Chairman, I will give the mic to my Chief Director to provide a response.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chair, the 3 companies in question, in January 2023 of last year, we wrote to the companies demanding for the payment of the amount. We did not receive any response from them. We followed up with a visit to their offices that we were aware where they were operating from, and realized that they had closed the offices and there was no one there. We've tried to follow up to make contacts with individuals, but to no avail. So we wrote to the Attorney General to assist us in locating these companies and recovering the amount. Recent follow-ups again with the companies, 2 of them have indicated that we were able to get some individuals, I think the finance manager and another officer in one of the companies, who said that they will forward the information to their superiors, but that we should give them some time. But those are in respect to the steps that have been taken so far, we are trying to retrieve the amounts owed, but to date we've not been successful. Thank you.
Are these companies still operating?
No, Honorable.
So where are the directors?
So that is why I said that we were trying to find the companies, those who are behind the companies. And
you have transacted business with them all along. Does it mean that when you are doing business with them, you didn't know who you are dealing business with? Don't we have the administrator of the Secretariat here?
The administrator has taken his annual leave. It was approved before this invitation.
But there must be somebody from the Secretariat who is here. You should respond to the issue.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Yes, we have information here on some of the directors of the company.
Okay.
And as the Chief Director rightly said, they were the people that we have communicated the information to with other officers, and they promised to resolve an issue they have with the National Petroleum Authority, and by close of August, one of them, Petro XP, promised to get back to us. Thank you.
How about Rice Globe? Rice Globe owe about 107,000. And for Petro SP, it's only 2,300 that they owe.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Rice Globe, we tried several contacting them, but the contact number available to us, we're not going through. For Desert, they also access to send them the invoice, which we did, and they promised processing it for us. But as I said earlier, Rice Group, the contact available to us, we are not going through. Thank you.
So all the company that you deal with, you don't know their office locations?
Honorable Chair, please, we know where they were located, and it was recently that some of them were closed down because they were no more in business. Thank you.
So the office space occupied by Rice Globe, you know where the location is?
Honorable Chair, yes, please.
Where is it? Where is it located?
Honorable Chair, they are located at Achimota, and the MD's name is Clement Cranton. Sorry. Clement Cranton, with the contact numbers available to us, which were not going through.
It's not going through.
Thank you.
And so when you go to Achimota, to the office, the place is locked.
Honorable Chair, yes, please.
And no other office is there.
Yes, please.
Have you sought assistance of any security agencies to assist in locating them? The directors. Have you? This one, once you are locating, or you want to locate the whereabouts of the directors, I think the best institution should be the Ghana Police Service. Inform them about this to help you to locate them.
Thank you, Chairman. Well noted.
How many companies are working with your secretariat now? Do you have the number?
Honorable Chair, yes, please. Currently, we have 14 of them currently with us.
So have you learned some lesson from this infraction so that you make sure that they don't owe to the extent that they will also close down one day and to become a debt that you cannot recover?
Honorable Chair, yes, please. We have learned a lot of lessons from these happenings.
All right. Ranking.
So tell us the measures you have put in place to prevent this happening again.
Honorable Chair, currently, anytime an OMC is indebted to where we suspend them from lifting the Premix for Secretariat until they make payment before we resume supply to them. And also, we mentally issue them demand notices for payments. Thank you.
So we will not expect to see this kind of situation again, right?
Honorable Chair, yes, please.
Okay, thank you, Chairman.
All right. I think that will be all for you. But make sure that you pursue the debt and then recover it from the 3 companies involved.
Well noted. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vice Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Now, now that we are going to open, Minister, don't run away now. Just sit down. Now that you are going to open the sea, do we have enough premix to go around?
Yes, Your Excellency. We have Premix. Immediately we open on first. So I would like the officer to give you the breakdown.
Honorable Chair, yes, we have enough premix to supply the fishes.
But we've been, you see, I'm the MP for Elmina. You've been telling us this song for a long time, but we still don't get the premix. What seems to be holding you back from giving us the premix?
Honorable Chair, currently we have some challenges in the last 2 years with regards to supply. But
tell us about the challenges so that we understand where you are coming from.
Okay. So, Honorable Chair, the main BDC that we were dealing with after some time was not supplying because government was indebted to them. And the Honorable Minister did her best to make sure government has paid them. And we're thinking after the payment, they will come back into business, but they were not. So the Honorable Minister sought to do her best to bring in another BDC that is helping us to supply.
How much do we owe these BDCs that is stopping them from supplying the premix?
Honorable Chair, unfortunately, I don't have the figures of head.
Since we owe these people, and they are not bringing us the premix, and you are sitting here telling us we are going to get the premix.
Honorable Chair, I said that we had these challenges in the past, let's say, 6 months back. But in the last 4 or 5 months, we've been supplying regularly.
What has your department done about diversion of premix?
For diversion of premix, what we seek to do to tackle that is the introduction of the automation machines, which has started in your constituency where we piloted the project. So when you go to Elmina now, they can tell you that diversion and hoarding of premix is a thing of the past.
Say it's not true, because that machine that you guys fix over there, the automated one, they don't use it. And I can send you pictures of them diverting it, not going through the automated machine. They are still doing it the same old way. I'm sorry? No, the machine is not spoiled. But if you use a machine, it will be recorded. So they are diverting it. They are not going through the machine. What are you doing to make sure that they use that machine? Because I know you made a big noise about it, and I'm the MP for that place.
Honorable Chair, to the best of my knowledge, since we operationalized the machine at Elmina, every fuel that has gone to Elmina has gone through that system.
That is to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
So if I show you contrary pictures contrary to what you said, what would you say about that?
I'll be glad to have such pictures so that we can also investigate.
That you can investigate?
Yes,
You know the chairman of the Premix committee is the one contesting me in my constituency. You know that?
Honorable Chair, I'm not in the known.
Say, be a civil servant, don't be a politician.
Honorable Chair, I'm being a civil servant. I know him as my chairman on the board of the National Premix Fuel Committee. But beyond that, I'm not privy to some of these things.
When was the last time you were in Elmina, since you've brought this one up?
The last time I went to Elmina.
Yes, sir.
I don't recall, sir.
I know you wouldn't recall because his posters are all over. And you mean to tell me you work with somebody, he's your chairman, so it means you know him, and you see his poster, you wouldn't realize that that is his poster?
Honorable Chair, he said he's contesting you, and I said I don't know about that.
Oh, but he's your party's candidate.
He's not a politician. He's just a technocrat. He may
Order,
not have
honorable
this
members.
information.
Let me find out. Do you know a company by name Creed oil. Creed oil.
No, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You don't seem to know when was the last time you went to Elmina. Yes. How did you get to know that they actually use the automated system if you haven't been there?
Honorable Chair, we have officers on the ground that we fish information from.
So the officers gave you the information that they used the automated system? Because the MP is saying that he has evidence that not all of them use, or they don't often use the automated system. Then you are too sure of the information you got, the second-hand information from officers on the ground, right? Don't you think that it should be appropriate that, though you have officers who give you information, that at least time to time you also visit the place to ascertain whether the information they give you is reliable or not?
Honorable Chair, you are right in that regard.
All right, I think that apart from depending on the officers, your officers who are on the ground, you also have to deploy other systems to verify if what they give you is the fact on the ground. Because they might be giving you wrong information. So try to do that. Because in some places, the trucks that bring the Premix, sometimes there was a video I saw which happened in Qatar, that the truck came around, stopped at the place for some time, then moved. And when they trailed this truck, they saw that the truck went to different locations altogether. And there was a video of that. So a lot of things are happening in the Premix fuel sector. So you need to put in measures to control those things. Very important.
Honorable Chair, noted.
Chairman, I would like my Chief Director to explain the system the Ministry has put in place to do the monitoring.
Honorable Chair, I think the whole concept of the automation system also, part of it is a control and a surveillance data capture. So at the Premix, it's been set up. They have a setup to monitor the distribution at the ministry to the minister, and the ministry also has access to that information, the data. But this is with the sites that have the automation. For those that don't have, we do get the information sometimes, and when we do get it, immediately the ministry reacts to it. But we've taken note, Honorable, of your concern, and I think that where there are these challenges, we will address them. Thank you.
Madam, ever since you built that automated station, how many gallons of Premix have gone through that machine, if you have records of it?
Chairman, we don't have the records here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but we can make it available.
But it can be made available.
Can you make it available within a week? Because I'm telling you that since the first time that the Vice President was there to commission that place, no other fuel has gone through that. So let me have a copy of how many gallons of Premix that have gone through that machine. And also, how many trucks have you sent to Elmina? Then we'll find out. If you send 5, maybe only 1 goes through. I think that would be very good for us. Isn't that the case? Our fisher folks need the Premix. They don't need to go and buy the expensive fuel from those filling stations. That's why fish prices have gone up. It's not because of Ghana card.
All right, that'll be all for the ministry or discharge.
Thank you, Chairman.
Now let's have Regional Coordinating Council, Cape Coast. What? Kindly introduce yourself to the committee.
My name is Timothy Oman. I'm the Regional Director for Development Planning.
My name is George Kinedu, Regional Finance Officer.
My name is Wafsi Alukia Mukaila, the head of Internal Audit Unit.
This Regional Coordinating Council, Cape Coast. You have 3 issues in the report. The first one is paragraph 1069. I saw all of them in. You have an overdue staff advance, 40,390 Ghana cedis, which was given out to a number of staff. The auditors have recommended that the coordinating director should ensure that the Director of Finance recovers the advances from the staff. Have you been able to do so?
Yes, Honorable Minister, it's ongoing. And Honorable Chair, as at now, we have collected an amount of 24,120 and it's still ongoing.
Auditors, can you confirm the recovery of 24,000 plus?
Honorable Chair, an amount of 24,120 so far has been collected, leaving a balance of 16,270.
Are you still giving advances?
Please.
Why? Why are you not giving advances again?
We find it difficult to recover, so we've ceased giving the advances.
Okay. All right, continue to recover the balance.
Yes, sir, Honorable Chair.
Your next infraction is paragraph 1072. It's on unacquitted payment vouchers. You made payment to the tune of 176,564 Ghana cedis from a number of payment vouchers, about 29 PVs. You have not been able to provide the relevant document to acquit the expenditure. The auditors recommended that Regional Coordinating Council should ensure that this amount is recovered from the head of account and paid to Auditor General's recovery account. What action did you take? Have you recovered the money from the head of account?
Honorable Chair, please, all the payment vouchers involved has been fully acquitted.
You provided the necessary document to
Yes, sir, Honorable Chair.
acquit the PV, but no recovery was made from the head of account, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Auditors, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, no recovery was made, but the necessary documentations have been provided.
All right, I think you have only 2 issues. The remaining are for Upper East and Wa. So that'll be all for you. Okay, hold on. There's a question from Honorable Frida.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, if you'll permit me to take you back to his last response. You asked him whether they were still giving out loans to their staff, and he said no, because it's difficult recovering the said amount. I want to find out from him, how do they do the repayment? Do they pay personally, or you deduct a source? Because if you're able to deduct a source, it should not be difficult for you to recoup the money. So how do they pay? How's the procedure in paying back?
Thank you. Honorable Chair, the recovery, they were coming to pay to the office, but now the balance here, as we've written to Controller and Accountant General for deduction to be done at source, and hence we've ceased granting further advances.
That is what you should have done from the onset, because if you grant your staff a loan, you should put processes in place to recoup it through structures. We've all been there before. We collect loans from organizations and agencies, but they put structures in place where the monies are deducted at source. So you are not supposed to go and collect your salary and come and pay. So I'm happy that you've done the right thing and continue to do so, because there are so many gaps in the system. Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity.
Honorable Chair, well noted. Thank you very much.
Honorable Sampson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chairman, I think giving salary advance to workers is very, very, very important. It is just because of the control measure you put in place that caused this outstanding. Because we all know sometimes it's very difficult for workers to borrow from anywhere, especially when you are in trouble or you are sick. So if you, because as a result of you didn't put the right measure in place, there's this outstanding, you therefore decided not to give loan advance to your workers. I'm not sure that is appropriate. You have to probably take the right one, where you have to input them to controller, and then they take the salary advance for a year, and the money is deducted from source from their salaries. So, Chairman, for me, just saying that you have stopped, I'm not sure that is the right way, because we all know how difficult it is to get money somewhere to borrow when you are working and when you are in trouble. So, Chairman, I will plead that if they can continue and do the input method, it will help.
Honorable Chair, well noted. Thank you.
All right, that'll be all for you. You are discharged.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Do we have the Upper East Regional Coordinating Council here? And then do we have Upper West here? Regional Coordinating Council, Upper West. Kindly introduce yourself to the committee.
Please, my name is Peter Mala, Regional Coordinating Director.
Have you taken the oath?
Not yet.
Okay. So there are also some agencies that also didn't take the oath, so they should join you to take the oath. Cadelso Water Supply System. Come and take the oath. Public Sector Reform Secretariat. Have you taken the oath already? Okay. And then Pratt has also taken the oath. Okay, all right.
Please, the scripture in your right hand. In your right hand, please. And say after me,
I, Peter Mala,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
shall
be the truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right, thank you. Kindly introduce yourself now.
My name is Peter Mala, Regional Coordinating Director.
My name is Khalid Abdul Haq, Finance Officer.
Thank you for coming. You have only one issue, paragraph 1081. Honorable Bao will take it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Regional Coordinating Director, you've been cited for not collecting rent, totaling 356,741 from 138 officers that the council provided accommodation. However, you've been able to collect 39,982 as at 17th October 2023, leaving a balance of 316,759. And the recommendation is that you should, as a matter of urgency, recover this unpaid rent from the officers involved and then ensure that you put in measures for them to be paying regularly. So I would like to find out, have you been able to collect these monies and what measures you've put in place to ensure that this infraction does not occur again?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. So far, as of Friday, we had collected 92,291 Ghana cedis from the total amount of 316,769. And the collection is in progress. Measures put in place to ensure that it doesn't occur. Right now, some of the defaulters with the Attorney General's Department, they are pursuing them in court. And the other ones, so that it doesn't reoccur, what we've done is that we have asked all tenants on government payroll who are occupying government buildings to give us some standing orders to their banks, so at the end of every month, they deduct the rent and pay it to the RCC account. So that one too is in progress.
So you've collected 92,000?
Yes.
Out of 316?
Yes.
Leaving a balance of, let's do the arithmetic.
224.
224.
468.
How do you, what measure, how are you going to collect this 224? Because this amount, this 316, was as at October last year.
Yes.
And so from October last year to this, we are able to collect only 92.
Yes.
I would like to find out, are these staff still with the council, coordinating council?
Pardon me?
Are these staff still working with the coordinating council?
Yes, they are still working with the coordinating council.
And they are still living in the
yes, they are still
bungalows?
living in the bungalows, yes. In some instances, you have the Ghana Police Service staff living in the houses. And we've sent, we wrote to the regional police commander, and he has forwarded the rent they owe to their headquarters. So the IGP is working on it. They said they will inform us, or they will send us the money as and when it is ready. So that one is even over 100,000. So the measures are, we are pursuing those that are living in the houses as of now, using different kinds of modes to collect the money.
So if I understand you, it means that those living in the houses, not all of them are staff of the coordinating council?
No.
they have different categories of staff. Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Police Service, all the government, mostly nurses, teachers, they are mostly government workers, not necessarily staff of the Regional Coordinating Council.
Have you been able to liaise with the various departmental heads, those departments that are housing their staff in your bungalows, to ensure that at least they take these monies from their salary or input them through the controller system to be able to recover these loans? This rent.
So, Honorable Chair, that's why I'm saying that for now, the measure we've put in place is that each tenant living in the government quarters is supposed to give us a standing order and place it with their banks. So every month, the banks deduct the money and pay it to the RCC account.
Mr. Chairman, that's the status of the recommendation, and I will yield to you for your advice.
Honorable Apak.
Very well, Mr. Chairman. Coordinating Director.
Honorable.
I hope my Minister as well.
My Minister is very well.
Okay. Yes. Extend my regards to him.
Okay, thank you, Honorable.
Very well. I wanted to know whether these other employees that you just narrated, there is an effort to try and assist them find their own accommodation so that they don't use yours. I grew up in the Upper West, and it's still a growing region. Yes. A lot of your own staff are struggling to find accommodation. Is that not the case?
Yes, please. Yeah, so majority of the tenants living in the government house do not hail from the Upper West region. They are from other regions. So some of them don't have interest in stay or living in Upper West region for their entire lives. So while they are there working, that's why they need a government accommodation. When they retire or they leave the region, they don't have any business there. So, we'll take your recommendation. Those that live within the region, currently we have these affordable houses that started some years back. It has come to a standstill, but we'll find a way of maybe continue with the project so that people can buy them and own them and then live in them.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm satisfied.
Honorable Frida.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, I believe there's a process for the allocation of government bungalows. So what do you do? How do you allocate the bungalows to either staff under the Regional Coordinating Council or other institutions?
Honorable Chair, if you're a worker in the Upper West region and maybe a new staff, you've just come into the region, you apply to the Regional Coordinating Council for a government bungalow. And we look at your situation. If you deserve one, if you deserve to live in a government bungalow, we have an allocation committee that will vet your application. And if they are satisfied and they think that there's a vacant house that you can live in, you go through, you complete a form, and that form is put on file. Then the committee will now allocate a house to you with approval of management. And then once the house is allocated to you, if it is habitable, you go and immediately occupy it. If it is not habitable and you need to do some renovation here and there, you go ahead and renovate it to your standard, and then you move in. That's the procedure for allocating houses in the Upper West region.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I have been a Deputy Minister for the Works and Housing Ministry before. I've been a Minister of State. And I'm happy that you go through the processes before the allocation. But you left the most important thing. After the vetting, once you approve the application, the person has to bring his or her pay slip so that immediately you notify controller that you've allocated bungalow A or B to Honorable Jifa Gomashi so that the rent will be deducted at source. Once you don't notify them, they cannot deduct it, and it becomes a problem.
Well noted, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Jifa.
Thank you, Chairman. Your guest just said well noted. Is that an indication that you didn't know this before?
Okay, we know this. I didn't want to drag the issue. Honorable Chair, in the Upper West region, okay, so let me explain. In the Upper West region, some times back, because of challenges of getting money to renovate the houses, I think there was an arrangement that the regional coordinating council should collect the rent and use it to renovate the houses. So that system of inputting what do you call it, staff salaries for it to deduct it as source is no more in vogue in many of the regions. So the regional coordinating council collects the rent, and so far we have evidence of a number of renovations that we have done. Because in the past, anytime you collect the rent was deducted as source, it was difficult getting it back from the Ministry of Works and Housing and using it to renovate the houses. So if you check many of the regional coordinating councils now, it's the coordinating councils that are collecting the rent and using it to renovate the houses. So apart from Greater Accra, that I'm aware that they are still deducting rent from workers' salaries. In the other regions, it's no more the case.
So
yes, so well, I've worked in a number of regions. That's what I'm referring to. But in my region, this is what happens.
So, Darissa, you are saying that the committee goes through all this process, allocates the accommodation, and then their work ends there. They don't pursue it to the conclusion, which is to be the part where the occupants pay for what they have received.
That is what I'm saying. Your Honorable Chair, the question referred to deduction as source. That's what I'm trying to explain. That for us in the Upper West region, that deduction as source is no more in vogue. We collect the rent at the Regional Coordinating Council and use it to renovate the houses. That's what I'm just explaining.
But is there a policy to that?
Yes. Well, I went and met it, so that's what has been in practice.
Honorable Mutala, and that will be the last.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Coordinating Director, has there been a reduction in the accommodations available for employees within the region?
Yes, a reduction in the sense that some of the houses have deteriorated up to the point that they are not habitable. So in that case, yes, there's a reduction.
So the reduction is as a result of the deterioration of some of the facilities?
Yes, please.
But you have your development plan every year, right?
Yes.
And you do a review of the development plans.
Yes.
And you don't think that it is essential that if the accommodation that are available for employees within the region, don't you think that it would have been appropriate that if you were factoring that into your plans in terms of renovation to put them in shape?
Yes, so because we don't receive adequate funds from central government, so this is the measure we have put in place to renovate the houses. So currently, the renovations are ongoing. As and when we collect the rent, we go ahead and renovate in stages. So those that are not habitable, we try to put them in shape, and then we put some more tenants inside.
So have some of these facilities been sold?
No, in the Upper West region, no.
Not even one?
Not even one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, leadership.
Did you say you collect the rent and use it to renovate?
Yes, please.
So why are some of the properties in deplorable condition that you have to reduce the rent?
So that's what I'm saying, that we are renovating them in stages. We can't renovate all at once. So as and when we get the money, we renovate some.
Is the money enough to renovate those properties?
So we
the
take
rent
them
you
one
collect.
at a time. We take the houses one at a time.
How many of those houses are we talking about?
How many that we have renovated?
No, how many in total are the houses that you have that you want to renovate?
Oh, there are quite a lot. There are different.
How many?
Oh, right now I can't.
Give me
I can't
a figure. Guess. Give me a figure.
Oh.
50, 20, 10. Tell me something.
There are more than, if you have 138 tenants, as indicated in the report, it means that there are more than that.
Well, my worry is that if you collect the money and use it to renovate the properties, and I can see a situation where the central government is saying that, well, you are not bringing the IGF, so if you apply for anything to renovate your houses, they may decline. And I'm sure the rent you are collecting is not enough to renovate your 100 houses.
Yes, definitely. It's
so
not enough.
You may be, shooting yourself in the foot.
Yes.
Because if you were giving the IGF to government and then you apply for big money to renovate, they may do it. But this peanut that you are keeping to yourself. Meanwhile, you have 100 houses. I'm not sure the rent for even 1 year can renovate one house.
That's what I'm saying.
So think about that.
Okay.
That's my only.
Thank you, Honorable.
Sir, so how much rent are they paying?
The rent is in stages, depending on the size of the house and also the facilities in the house. So for bungalows, they pay about 350 Ghana. 350 Ghana for bungalow.
For bungalow?
Yes.
How many bedrooms?
About 4-bedroom bungalow is
4-bedroom bungalow.
Yes. Then the 3-bedroom and 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom is 250.
250.
Then 2-bedroom is 150. Then a single bedroom is 60 Ghana.
60 Ghana?
Yes.
And with these rents amount, they have accumulated over 300,000.
Yes, please.
So how many years has it taken them to accumulate over 300,000?
Okay, so what we observe is that for since 2015, so this rent accumulated from 2015. This 300 and something thousand is from 215.
Enough questions.
All right. That'll be all for you. You are discharged.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Do we have the Upper East Coordinating Council, Upper East? No. Now let's have Public Sector Reform Secretariat. They are not on the sheet. Can you introduce yourself to the committee?
Honorable Chair, my name is Thelma Ohine-Siama. I'm a director at the Public Sector Reform Secretariat. Thank you.
I'm William Ofebensa. I'm the chairman of the audit committee.
My name is Isaac Champo, the chief accountant, Public Sector Reform Committee, Secretariat.
We didn't hear you, so pull the mic to your, closer to you.
I'm Isaac Champo, chief accountant, Public Sector Reform Secretariat.
Okay.
I'm Emmanuel Saki, the chief internal auditor.
All right, thank you very much. I think we have two issues in the reports. The first one in paragraph 1373 on page 419. It's on non-refund of per diem. The auditors noted that one Mr. Thomas Kusi Boafo of the Secretariat failed to refund a total of $4,959 paid to him as per diem for a study tour in Canada, which did not take place. So you have to refund the money from Mr. Kusi Boafo. Have you?
Honorable Chair, thank you. Mr. Thomas Kusiboafo has refunded the full amount plus the interest at the prevailing Bank of Ghana rate.
And that amounted to how much?
So please, the initial amount was 4,959
Yes.
US dollars.
Mm.
And as at 23rd July, he refunded 4,967 thousand US dollars, 93 cents.
67,000 US dollars?
Yes, please. 4,967
US dollars.
US dollars and 93 cents. And as at 26th July, he also refunded the interest.
Which is how much?
He paid in cedis, so that is 5,400 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Yes.
Auditors, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, the full amount with interest has been recovered.
With the interest?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Okay. That's good. Let's move to the next one, which is paragraph 1377. It's on missing HP laptop. So the auditors noted that this laptop allocated to Mr. Dr. Betty Nano could not be accounted for and was alleged stolen in her office. However, there was no police report to substantiate this claim. So the auditors have asked the director to recover the market value of the laptop from Dr. Betty. Has that been done?
So, Honorable Chair, regarding this, when we initially had that query from the external auditors, we did an assessment, and as at that time, that was last year, October, the value of that laptop was 9,516 Ghana cedis. But when we received your letter and then we looked at the Auditor General's recommendation, we were supposed to assess it by the current market value. And we did that, and then on 22nd July, when we assessed it, it was 31,000 Ghana cedis.
31,000?
Yes, please.
Hey,
and so we have...
within 1 year? Or less than
almost a year.
So the inflation rate that they've been giving us is not correct. 9,000 to 31,000. It's over 300%. Yes. So this is real inflation rate. This is a correct inflation rate. Okay, go ahead.
So Dr. Bettina Noatha was duly informed, and she has paid 9,516 Ghana cedis. That's the old assessed amount. So we have gone ahead and withheld her last consultancy fee. And I'm seeking your permission, respectfully, to deduct the remaining amount from the last consultancy fee, and so that matter would be closed here.
Is she a consultant to the Secretariat?
Yes, she was a consultant. Her
She was.
consultancy is over.
It's over.
Yes, please.
As part of the consultancy, is the office supposed to provide her with the laptop?
Yes.
And after the consultancy, she must return the laptop?
Yes, please.
So when you did assessment first, what prevented her from paying?
Honorable, I did all that I could by writing to her and talking to her verbally. But I think that she didn't understand. I don't understand why. I can't tell why she didn't do it.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, respectfully, I want to find out how was the assessment done? A laptop costing 9,000 last year, and now costing 31,000. I don't know how the assessment was done. Did you take into consideration the depreciation of the machine at the time they bought and at the time that you were doing the assessment? Thank you.
I think the assessment is about how much that machine costs now. So it's a matter of going to the market to verify how much it is. It's not the value of the one that had been stolen. You can't get it back to assess it. So you only know the replacement cost. So the current price is what they have done. They look at.
I have a comment. I look at the Auditor General's recommendation, and I have a problem with it. But this laptop was given to the doctor to use, and he has used it for some time. Maybe, as he said, in furtherance of the work of the organization, he's taking it away. You ask him to pay for it, and you say he should pay the current market value of it. Even if he has returned it, at a time, after using it for about 1 year, and you were supposed to go and sell that laptop, you may get it 30% of the value. So the Auditor General's recommendation, for me, is a bit problematic. He says you should go to the market and look at the current value of that laptop and let him to pay. Chairman, my view, I think that is a bit unfair.
What the Auditor General did is just to get a replacement of the laptop. If you can go and bring the one stolen back, they will take it.
Chairman. Mr. Chairman, if you look at the recommendation is talking of the current market value of the laptop. It means that of that laptop, not of a similar or an equivalent or replacement cost. So if we are going to look at the current after the laptop was used for 1 year, is the current market price of that laptop. 1 year, used for 1 year. It's not a replacement cost or buy a similar laptop. So for me, I think with the 9,000...
So give me the replacement cost. Give me the current value of that laptop.
Yes, so it means that, even if I assume that there was no depreciation, it's a second-hand laptop at the time. When you put it in the market, how much would that laptop cost?
That is what we want to know. How much will it cost?
So even definitely after the laptop has been used for 1 year, you can't get the 9,000, the original cost again.
You go to Zongole, you get the value.
You go to Zongole, you get 3,000. So the 9,000, the person
Listen. The laptop was not even bought at 9,000. Probably it was bought around 4,000 or 5,000. That is it. But if you want to get that laptop now, if you can go to wherever they said use one, you can get the same and bring it. Then you have replaced it. But you can't get it.
Again, look at the statement. The statement is talking of that laptop.
The current
and after use
market value of that laptop.
And take note, laptop depreciation.
How do you know that there means that particular laptop?
The statement is here. The market value of the laptop.
Of the laptop.
Of the laptop. Meaning that my understanding is that laptop.
Yes.
And even
of the laptop means that if it is Dell. Yes. If it is HP.
Yeah. And Chairman, let's mark something. Ghana depreciation for laptop. When you look at our law that we pass here, it's 40%. When you buy a laptop, after 1 year, the first depreciation is 40%. So even if you want to take depreciation of the laptop, assuming that it was even bought for 10,000, the value after 1 year should be 6,000. We don't know the price. So if the man has paid 9,000 of the laptop, I don't think there should be.
But we can't use that 9,000 to get the replacement of the laptop.
What's your problem? Why?
We need to agree. We need to agree. Then we'll agree. We'll settle on one so that it doesn't look like all of us are favoring somebody. You understand?
If she's paid the 9,000, Chairman, I think it's...
All right, all right. Colleagues, I think that the views expressed by members of the committee are different. We all have different interpretation of the statement by the auditors. But let me find out from the auditor, what do you mean by replace current market value of the laptop?
Honorable Chair, we know that when equipment is given to you and you are supposed to return after your exercise or your work, you just have to return it. In a situation where it gets missing, we even have a laptop policy in audit service that when they give you a laptop, I mean, officers are given laptop for their normal duty of work. In case you get missing through your negligence, you are asked to replace the laptop by the current value of that same laptop. If it's HP, then HP. That is how it is.
So you mean to say that the laptop you mentioned in the report is about the same brand, a replacement of the same brand HP?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Not the one stolen.
Honorable Chair,
not the market value of the one stolen.
Yes, Honorable Chair, because that one is already, you can't even get it. But
to value it, you can't get anywhere to value it.
You can't get anywhere to value. So,
I think the auditor...
I have not called you.
Okay.
Honorable Jifa.
Chairman, thank you. In the 1378 comment, it says that the laptop was allegedly stolen in her office. Your report doesn't say whether you confirm that indeed it happened. And if indeed it happened, Chairman, why should she be made to pay? I'm not an auditor, just using my my thinking, my layman's thinking. If you confirm that indeed it was stolen from her office, it is the office that did not ensure that her property or your property is safe. Why is she being punished to be the one paying for it?
Honorable member, if you continue reading that, the following sentence, you understand why they are asking that. However, there was no police report to substantiate the claim. So you now understood why she must refund or replace the laptop.
Chairman, I read that too, but my question is, it really doesn't make...
At least make a report to the police that this property of government with me has been stolen. Then people may not have doubts that what you are doing is something that you want to hide something. So why? The thing is stolen, report to the police. You didn't report. And there's no claim that truly the thing was stolen. Probably it was kept somewhere. Remember yesterday, there was an issue of a truck of condoms. Yes. That was moved from Spinters Road and vanished on the way, couldn't reach Kufuria. Up to today, we can't even locate the vehicle. So that is one of those things that we're talking about.
Chairman, I hear you, but I was trying to ask the auditors if they verified that indeed it was stolen. She may not have reported it, but is there collaboration from the office that a thing like that happened?
No, the auditors have said it. They said no report to substantiate the claim.
Okay.
So they cannot substantiate whether it is true stolen or not.
I concede. I concede. Thank you, Chairman.
Yes.
Thank you. If I may add this, when the laptop got missing, she had to use her own laptop.
Yeah.
It is also true that the laptop is depreciated over a maximum of 3 years. If this is true, Then at this point, the laptop cannot be in use.
Okay.
It will have been depreciated off.
Yeah.
So I want the chairman and the committee to take into consideration
This into
this
consideration.
fact too. Thank you.
All right, I look at paragraph 1380. Management responded that the laptop had been assessed and valued at 9,516, which had officially been communicated to Dr. Betty to refund the amount, 9,516. But she's yes to comply. Now she has complied, so let's accept that.
That's it.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Chair.
All right, that'll be all for Public Sector Reform Secretariat. You are discharged. Let's have Pratt. Pratt. And it's good. Yes. Kindly introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Gregory Septimus Seche, Acting Director of BRAD, Public Records and Archives Administration Department.
My name is Josiah Ochirijima, Principal Records Officer, BRAD.
Okay, I'm Comfort Sewabunsu, Accountant, BRAD.
Thank you very much for coming. You have only one issue in paragraph 1369. Payments without supporting documents. 79,100 Ghana cedis. The auditors noted that a total amount of 156,745 Ghana cedis made a total payment of 156,745 Ghana cedis made on 3 payment vouchers. 77,000 was accounted for, leaving a balance of 79,100 yet to be acquitted. They provided the evidence, the details on the page 418 of the report. The auditors have recommended that the director should recover the amount from the head of account and pay to Auditor General Recovery Account. Have you done that?
Honorable Chair, we have been able to retrieve them. We have been able to retrieve the relevant documents and then submitted it to the accountant, the auditor, for verification, sir.
Have they verified and were satisfied?
Yes, please.
Auditors, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, they have provided all the relevant documents which we have reviewed, and we have acquitted that particular payment.
So where was the document, the PVs, at the time of the audit? Where were they?
They were, it happened that the supporting documents, we were not able to submit the attendance sheets immediately. So that was why when they came, we couldn't provide it. But we have been able to retrieve them and then giving it out.
Were they allowances paid to staff or like a meeting allowance or whatever? Is that the nature of the transaction?
It was allowances paid to the work done.
for the work done.
Yes, please.
Are the people staff of the department? Are they staff of the department?
Not all of them, sir.
Where from the people?
Where we hide them? We hide them. Please, some of them were casual workers that we added to our staff.
I'm looking at the details of the transaction. Decongestion and transfer of records to National Archives from Department of Labor. And that is 26,600. So the people who did the work, you pay them.
Yes, please.
Anyway. Auditors have verified and they are okay. So that will be all for you. You are discharged.
Thank you, Chair.
Do you have a Ministry of Local Government? Again, we don't have. Agric. Do you have Ministry of Agric? And so, Ministry of Agric, they should be the next. Okay, let me take Caldeso. Caldeso. Let me take Caldeso before Minister of Agric. Kindly introduce yourself to the committee.
Honorable Chair, my name is Hussein Abdurazak, the manager of the water system, Kadalso.
Honorable Chair, I'm Salah Bismillah, Secretary to the Water Supply Board, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. You have two issues in the report. The first one is paragraph 1284. All right, so the first infraction is revenue not accounted for, 5,765. You can see that one Madam Hamdia Mumiru, it's Mumiru they wrote here. So Muniru. Hamdia Muniru, who collected 12,463, but accounted for only 6,698. leaving a balance of 5,765 to be lodged into the account of the water system. Have you been able to recover the money from Madam Hamdia?
Yes, Honorable Chair. At the time of the audit, the staff we are talking about was not around, and I was just appointed 1 month at the time of audit. So I couldn't provide these documents. After that, when this recommendation came, we followed up, and it appeared she deposited the money, but kept the deposit slips at a different place. So we recovered them, and then we submitted them to the auditor, and it's been settled.
Auditors, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, the feedback from our team indicates that they reconciled the deposit slips, and an amount of 5,334.10 has been accounted for, leaving a balance of just 430 cedis.
There's a balance of 130. Do you have evidence to that also?
Yes, Honorable Chair, there's a balance of 430 cedis. We're supposed to recover this balance from the officer. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to pay staff for over a year now.
You haven't paid staff?
Yes. So it's difficult recovering 430 cedis from someone you haven't paid for over a year.
And they are still working?
Yes, somehow. These days, they come to work once a week.
Why haven't you paid them?
We are unable to generate enough revenue to run the system.
Your revenue comes from the sale of the water?
Yes, please.
Are you not producing the water?
We are not producing enough. That's one. The second reason is that it's a village. The place is a small community. So around this time of the year, nobody buys water.
They harvest water?
Yes. So we are.
And that is normal. That is normal.
Yes.
Yes.
So we are waiting, inshallah. If we are able to pay the staff, we'll recover this balance.
How much revenue do you raise in a month? In a time like this where there is no patronage?
In fact, we are unable to raise even 1,000 cedis a month. Yes, and we have staff strength for 4 people. Unfortunately, the salaries are even below minimum wage because of this situation. So we are just, it's like, it's our community, so we are just helping.
Are you the manager?
Yes, please.
Are you the assemblyman for the area?
It's assemblyman.
This is assemblyman?
I am the assemblyman myself.
I know assemblyman will definitely be part of this. All right. So because of that, you have to travel from Kintampo to this place?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we had to resort to opinion leaders in the community to even fare us here.
Oh, sorry for that. Let's go to the next infraction. Paragraph 1287. Non-payment of Social Security contribution and penalties. Oh, so you owe Social Security 34,000.
Yes, Honorable Chair, including the electricity bill.
Hey.
They owe everybody. You mean the water system?
The water system, yes.
The 34,000. You should go and see the MPP.
But, Honorable Chair, we've been able to...
Who is your member of parliament?
Honorable Jakala.
Jakala.
Yes,
We'll talk to him.
Ketamponov.
Well, you should support a little bit.
When I said it, you were against it. Now you are recommending. Small, you go and pay and make news out of it. Then you are okay. Yes.
So we'll talk to your member of parliament and see what assistance he can also give. Some little assistance from him will push the water system.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Wow. Okay, that'll be all for you. You are discharged.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Minister of Agric. Okay, clerk, swear them in.
Scripture on your right hand. And say after me.
I, Paul Ado,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
Touching the matter in issue.
touching the matter in issue
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Honorable ministers, you are welcome. Kindly introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. My name is Frimpong Adu. I am a member of Parliament for Manson Edubia constituency and Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture in charge of crops. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman, and good morning to all members of this very powerful committee of Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Tufiru, Member of Parliament for Nantong in the Northern Region, Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture in charge of livestock. I was a member of this committee and the deputy ranking, of course. So Chairman is my friend, and I know he's going to.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Paul Siame, the Acting Chief Director, Minister of Food and Agriculture. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, with respect, Abdul Rashid Tahiru, the Financial Controller, MOFA.
Mr. Chair, my name is Gilbert Ampe, Head of Finance and Administration, Minister of Food and Agri.
Thank you very much for coming. You have one more. Okay, sorry.
Two more. Mr. Chair, my name is Emmanuel Aleji Kujo. I'm the Chief Veterinary Officer at MOFA.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. My name is Eric Bentokwe. I'm the Director Acting for the Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate of the Ministry. Thank you.
All right. We have about 8 infractions involving the headquarters, Veterinary Services Directorate, Plant Protection and Regulatory Service Division, the Finance Directorate, and then the Directorates of Crops Services. So we'll start with the Directorate of Crops Services, paragraph 1088. That will be taken by Honorable Sampson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Your issue here has to do with unsupported payments. 494. What is the status now?
Chairman, respectfully, the Financial Controller will respond to this. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, all the supporting documents have been submitted and same has been verified by the auditors. Thank you.
Auditors, are you satisfied with what they gave you? And can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, we are satisfied and we can confirm.
All right, let's go to paragraph 1091. Deputy Ranking.
Thank you very much. Mufa, the auditor's claim, or the Auditor General's report, says that you failed in disclosing, or you transferred an amount of 64,546,000 on 9 transactions between March 2022 and August 2022 without the relevant payment vouchers and also the supporting documents. And they recommend that the Chief Director should recover these monies from the Chief Treasury Officer
and this money should be paid to the Auditor General's recoveries account. Have you done that?
Mr. Chairman, yes, we have submitted the documents to the auditors.
So why would you pay 64 million taxpayers' money without supporting documents?
Mr. Chairman, very respectfully, that is not a representation of what transpired. All the documentations were available, and same were made available to the auditors at the time of audit.
Well, auditors. Okay. So your claim is that the auditors came to your office, did an audit, you presented these same documents to them, but they failed to capture it. Is that what you are saying?
Mr. Chairman, yes. I believe except one document that at the time was not presented, but all others were presented.
Thank you. Auditors, are you able to confirm that your officers who went to the field and went to Mofa failed to disclose to you these documents in question?
Honorable Chair, what we can confirm is that all the necessary documents have been presented, and the only outstanding one from Bank of Ghana has also been presented to us just this morning. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And Chairman, that will be all for me.
Please, his answer was that at the time of audit, were the papers available? And he said yes, the vouchers were available. And then the auditor, I think the question was that, were the papers available at the time of audit? Not that you have the papers.
Honorable Chair, what I can confirm is that, well, they were not there, but afterward they were given to us and we have duly verified.
So they were not there, so please, just tell the man that the papers were not there. That's the question he asked. So do you still maintain that the papers were there?
Mr. Chairman, very respectfully, that's why I gave a complete answer for. For example, there was a transaction on the 27th that was referred to as 31 million. Now, there was no such transaction on that date. The actual transaction was 800 and, where's the P? It was 800 and, give me the P.
So are you now taking us to a different transaction?
No, Mr. Chairman. It was a transaction for 835,000. However, it was rather the balancing figure on the face of the bank statement that was stated in the report.
Sir, were you there at the time of the audit?
Yes, I was.
Did you take part in the exit conference?
Yes, I did.
And you pointed all these things out to the auditor?
Mr. Chairman, very respectfully, if you look at our management response, we indicated that all the documents...
No, you're not answering my question. My question is simple. You say you were there at the time of the audit. Did you speak to the auditor at the time of the exit conference? This is a yes or no answer.
Yes, we did.
And so are you making reference to the 27th of SIT? Sorry.
Oh, finish. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm fine.
Is that what you are making reference to? The June?
Yes, 27th.
The 31 million.
Yes, the 31 million.
So auditors, can you confirm that the figure as we have it here is not a correct figure, and that is reference to the 805,000 stands.
Mr. Chair, what he was trying to explain now was done only on Monday, last week Monday. We gave observations, we did exit, we did so many things, we followed up, even picking Auditor General's notes. We did everything, nothing was said about this. It was only Monday when you wrote to them that we must appear, that they went through and they were telling us that it was there was a mistake. Nothing was said to us, please.
Mr. Chairman, very respectfully.
You don't just put on the mic and start talking. Okay? Raise your hand. Let's call you before you speak. The auditors are saying that queries were raised to which you responded. There was exit conference. You did not raise all these issues until last week Monday. Is that the case? Is that the case that last week Monday, before you drew their attention to it?
Mr. Chairman, because 31 million...
Was it last week that you raised? Yes.
We had a meeting with them last week.
What did you discuss at that meeting?
And we pointed to them that...
What did you discuss at that meeting? What you held with them on last Monday?
We discussed the fact that the figure of 31 is incorrect.
It's incorrect.
That is so.
Why didn't you do that at the time of exit conference?
Mr. Chairman, if a look at our PVs would indicate that a number of them had already been seen and marked on.
Are you answering my question, or you are explaining certain different thing? Why didn't you draw their attention to it at the exit conference, where you discussed their findings?
Mr. Chairman,
the figure 31 was in their findings. Why didn't you draw the attention to this at the time of exit conference?
Mr. Chairman.
Director of Finance, yes.
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, the PV numbers, were not stated. It was the amount that was stated. So we went looking for a PV of 31 million, only to go to the bank statement, go through it and realize that no, it was not 31, but rather 835. And then we teased out that PV and then presented to them and made it quite clear. From the bank statement, this was the balancing figure and not the amount debited to the account.
Okay.
Accountant, you said here, not quite long, that you had all the PVs and you showed it to them. So if that statement is true, why did you have to go to the bank before you found out that was not the correct thing?
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, we did not go to the bank. We said from our bank statement.
Yes, you had a bank statement with you. You had your PVs, and you have shown all the PVs to them. And then you couldn't tell them that this is the PV, it is wrong, until you went to your bank statement. That means when you said that, you showed them all their PVs, and that, you are not telling the truth. Because you have the PV. Why do you have to get a PV number from him before you know that the PV is...
Okay.
Chairman, respectfully, the auditors finally confirmed that those PVs that were not presented at the time of audit and exit conference were finally submitted last week, and all the matters on it has been resolved. So if we could make progress. Respectfully.
I want to hear from members of the committee. Then we'll consider what we are requesting for. Honorable Mutala.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I mean, we have had similar of such cases. You know that you have been audited. Your books are looked into. If you genuinely have the documents that the auditors are looking for, you provide them. I shudder to think that this is just a flip-flopping, and excuse me, cooking up documents for the purposes of what has been identified by the auditors. And I do know my nephew, the deputy minister, when he was a member of this committee, he certainly wouldn't have tolerated the idea that auditors come looking for some information. The informations are not provided, only for the information to be provided next time. What is the guarantee that the information that is being provided now wasn't cooked? What is the guarantee? Let me finish. What is the guarantee?
Chairman,
so let me finish.
Chairman, if you will permit,
the chairman
I will allow you
to
react.
What is the guarantee? And Mr. Chairman, there's another very important point. I think that we all need to look at them. No one has any interest of putting anybody on the spot. But those who appear before this committee should know that when you take an oath to answer questions and you lie, you could be prosecuted for perjury. And I think that, Mr. Chairman, we need to start biting now. Those who appear before us and blatantly lie, inconsistency in terms of the information you provide, amounts to lying to the committee. If we don't begin prosecuting people that way, these are the kind of information that people will be given to us. We have the power of a high court. Go and read the Constitution very well.
Thank you. Well, your statement, I'm not sure your statement is saying that we are not biting. This committee will bite too.
You have been so fatherly. You have been so father for all. And that's
me.
Yes.
Hey.
He's the father for all.
This is a serious indictment.
By now, you should ask the police to pick someone and go to prosecute someone. Yes, we should do it more.
Eh. Me, I'm father for all.
Let me define.
This one is going after me. Oh.
Let me defend father for all. You have answered for every question.
Honorable Tuferu.
Chairman.
I know you have been a member of this committee
Yes,
before.
sir. Yes, sir. Agreed.
And I know your position on issues of this nature.
Yes. Chairman, you see, we are supposed to do the work after the auditors have done their work. So they went to the field, finished their work, and they had issues. Subsequent to that, they had meetings with the staff, and they resolved the issue, and they have reported to you. You ask them whether they are now okay with the document, and they said yes. So if Mutala, Honorable Mutala will now go on and say some documents have been put, please.
If my uncle.
If my uncle will now want to say that documents have been cooked, Chairman, respectfully, this is a very serious statement to issue because I have the PVC here. The auditors have gone through and they have put their marks and they have okayed it. So, my uncle,
No,
he
has given caveat. He didn't say, make a categorical statement that this document has been cooked.
Even after the auditors have confirmed that they've gone through and they are okay?
He didn't say that.
So, Chairman.
Say they have been cooked. I said, what is the guarantee? This language was the language you were using as a member of this committee in similar instances. Playback is a playback of what you were saying as a member of this committee.
All right. Okay, colleagues, let's move on. Let me find out from the auditors. It was last Monday that your attention was drawn to the figure. After looking through the bank statement, is it now accepted that the figure should not read 31.4 million, but it should read 805,000?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Okay, that is what I want to establish. So, accountant, what should be the new total? If you take out the 31, replace it by 805, what should be the new total?
The Chairman, respectfully, that would be somewhere around 32. I've not done the calculation immediately, but it will be in the region of 32.
It will be around 33, not 32.
That will be 33,124,000.
All right. So we will now auditors. They have provided all the evidence. Have you seen them now?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Including the bank statement.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
All right. So kindly make a copy of the bank statement to the committee as well. We also want to verify.
Well noted, Honorable Chair.
All right, so let's move on to the next item. Paragraph 1096. That is for Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate. Underpayment of revenue, 61,332. The auditors noted that some of your staff who have collected revenue amounting to 898,023 Ghana cedis, a total of 436,691 was accounted for, leaving a balance of 461,332 unaccounted for. You have to recover the money from them. Have you recovered the money from the revenue collectors?
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, they have submitted a number of documents in respect of that. We now have 444,952 having been submitted, leaving Upper West for 5,500 and Greater Accra for 10,880.
Which document have they submitted?
Evidence of those deposits, Mr. Chairman.
So it means that the money collected have been accounted for.
That is so, Mr. Chairman.
Auditors, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, an amount of 444,752 has been accounted for, leaving a balance of 16,380 from Greater Accra Post and Upper West region.
When are you going to recover this money from the two regions?
Mr. Chairman, the audit is done at the head office. Some of these are from the various posts. We are on them. Hopefully, we should be able to have that wrapped up in a week or two, Mr. Chairman. Very respectful.
All right. Make sure you do that and update the auditors.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Paragraph 1100, Honorable Afrifa.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, 14 GCRs were used to collect revenues amounting to 75,320 cedis between January 2022 to December 2022. What have you done about the auditor's recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, all relevant documents have been submitted to the auditors and same has been verified.
Meaning you have done the payment. The payment, you have lodged the amount back to the consolidated fund, or?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
The PMFR says that within 24 hours after collecting the money, you have to lodge it into the consolidated fund. What prevented you from lodging it till for about 1 year?
Mr. Chairman, very respectfully, like we said, these are collections that are done at various points, but the auditing is done in Accra at the head office. So it's about the submission or timely submission of those documents. There were delays in that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Auditors, can you confirm about what they said?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm that the unaccounted revenue has been accounted for. Thank you.
Chairman, respectfully, I yield to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go to paragraph 1103, Honorable Mutala.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the infraction is an earned salary. One, Mr. Edwin Yaosechi, a deputy director in Ashanti Region Office, who retired on the 27th of February 2022, was paid an earned salary of 10,427 Ghana cedis from March 2022 to April 2022. The recommendation of the auditors is that the chief director should ensure that the head of the directorate recovers the total sum of 10,427 Ghana cedis. Has the directive or the recommendation of the auditors been followed?
Mr. Chairman, with respect, the pensioner went on pension on 27th April 2022 and not February 2022, Mr. Chairman.
Auditors, what we have in the report is 27 February 2022. Can you confirm what the information we are given now? Because there seems to be some contradictions in terms of the information provided.
Honorable Chair, initially during the audit, we were given the February date. Subsequently, after the audit, the April date was given, which we have confirmed. Thank you.
So the February date, you verified that it was a mistake?
At the time of the audit, it wasn't a mistake. But after the further information was given, we realized that the actual date was for April. Thank you.
Okay. So there isn't any infraction here. So
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Mr. Chairman, I'm done.
We now move to Veterinary Services Directorates. Paragraph 1107. It's on unsupported payments, 16,500. The auditors noted that this amount was paid on 2 occasions, but there was no evidence to authenticate the transaction. So you are to recover the money from the head of accounts. Have you recovered the money?
Mr. Chairman, supporting documents in respect of that transaction has been submitted to the auditors. The one in respect of 3,000 delayed, and at the time we were presenting, they had already submitted the 13. So we would crave your indulgence to have some reconciliation with them after this meeting, Mr. Chairman, very respectfully.
But you see, the question I asked, you should have answered the question first before you explain. Have you recovered the money? No. Then you explain. But you went straight to the explanation. That is the way we all answer questions, and which is wrong. Lawyers will not allow you to answer the question like that. So I'm going to ask the question again. Answer, but don't explain. Have you recovered the money from them?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And you pay the money back to the account? Have you recovered the money? You say yes. If you recover money, you pay back or you chop the money?
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, I would like to withdraw that. What I meant was, what the auditors
Then
raised,
your answer should be no.
yes, Mr. Chairman, that's why I said respectfully I withdraw that. My answer is no.
Then the explanation you gave
Yes.
earlier will follow after your answer. Now, auditors, can you confirm?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we can confirm that 13,500 has been supported. It's the 3,000 that you talked about that we are yet to reconcile. Thank you.
So let your people verify the additional 3,000 that they have accounted for. All right, paragraph 1111. Unpaid rent, 10,782. The review of the Directorate Estates disclosed that management did not deduct 10% rent, totaling 10,782.37 from the basic salary of 2 beneficiaries who were allocated official bungalows. And the names of the beneficiaries are quoted in the report. But the recommendation is that this amount should be recovered from the 2 officers and paid to Auditor General Recovery Account. Have you recovered the money from the 2 officers?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, and same has been paid into the Auditor General's account.
Auditors, any confirmation?
Honorable Chair, confirmed.
Last one, paragraph 1116, Honorable Jifar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. In the report, a Dr. Esiedu Ba, whose contract ended on the 1st of September 2021, still has in his possession the vehicle assigned to him, a Nissan Navara pickup with registration number GV81115, is still in his possession. The recommendation was for him to return same to the Chief Director. And I'd like to know now whether it's been done and what sanctions have been given to, because the recommendation here says that the cost of hiring of that vehicle be calculated for the individual to pay to the state.
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, the officer in question was on contract even at the time of audit, and the documentations are here to support that. We, however, delayed in having those documents presented to them, and we pray that you take this favorably on our side. We humbly plead, Mr. Chairman.
So I'm lost. I'm at sea as to, he's still with you?
That is so, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, well, Chairman, I yield to you.
You say he's on contract?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Was he an employee of the ministry who retired and now been given contracts?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So do you have the contract document, the approval letter awarding him the contract to serve? Do you have it?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have a letter from the head of civil service.
Is it for 2 years?
No, it's 2025. That's it. It's ending 2025, Mr. Chairman.
Starting from?
I think initially he was given to.
It should be in the letter.
Yes, starting from 2nd September 2023 to 1st September 2025, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Just a little clarification. Is he suggesting that the contract has been renewed again, making it 4 years in total or 5 years in total?
It's been renewed again, making it 4 years in total, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, my understanding is, and I've heard this on many platforms, that the president had indicated that the contracts of people should not be renewed over, and you've broken the law. You've gone against the president's directive. Huh? Why have you?
Unfortunately, he's not the one who gave the contract. In fact, whoever is giving that contract, do so on behalf of the president. So it's the president himself indirectly giving that contract.
Chairman, but the retirees must go home so the young can grow and get a job.
That's the norm. That's the norm now.
Chairman, what special expertise does he bring to the ministry? What? No.
He will respond.
Yes.
Okay. There are a few in the system.
Yes.
What expertise does he bring? What special expertise does he bring to the ministry, which is why his contract is renewed again?
Mr. Chairman, this is a real occasion that we had to renew his contract because the category of expertise that we are talking about is veterinary doctor, surgeon. There are a few in Ghana. You can't get them. Now we are looking for some to hire. We can't.
Honorable Minister, will you respond to the question?
Yeah, I'm just saying that because my honorable member was trying to say that we have contravened a certain directive. Oh no.
Okay, that's okay. That's
special
okay.
dispensation. So.
That's okay. Contract have been given, so let's leave it. That will be all for the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. And I want to thank my colleagues for coming to respond. But as you know, agriculture is an interest area that we all want the ministry to perform well. So the interest that for the public interest, members want to ask for some clarification. So I'll ask Honorable Apak to ask his public interest question.
Most grateful, Mr. Speaker. There is a link between adequate, nutritious food and education. There's a connection there. Most grateful, Mr. Speaker. Incoming Speaker, Mr. Chairman. Chairman, thank you for granting me the permission to ask this public interest question. I want to find out from the Ministry of Agric why we continue to experience high cost of food items in the face of a claimed success with regards to planting for food and jobs. For example, today 3 pieces of plantain sell for 20 Ghana cedis in Accra. Watermelon, the smallest you can get at the lowest and most basic price is 30 Ghana cedis. Okra, 4 pieces for 2 Ghana cedis. Yam, 1 tuber, the smallest tuber in Accra, sells for 40 Ghana cedis. Contomere, the least amount you can get to purchase is 5 Ghana cedis. Garden eggs, 5 pieces for 10 Ghana cedis. Kenke, 3 to 4 Ghana cedis. A boiled egg, 3 Ghana cedis. And indeed, the World Bank has indicated that we are currently ranked 6th with regards to the highest food inflation on the continent. So how do you reconcile the ever-increasing cost of food with the success that we claim to have chalked with regards to implementing planning for food and jobs for close to 7 years.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. Without questioning the source of the data that my colleague has presented, this is something that our research department will also have to look at. We came here purposely to deal with these questions. So we shall make ourselves, we shall avail ourselves to this committee again after we have also done our research in the various markets, so we can address this issue adequately. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, as of September 2023, we're informed that as a people, we had spent approximately 2.5 billion on the phase 1 of the planting for food and jobs, when the phase 2 was being launched. So therefore, between September 2023 and now, how much have we spent on the phase 2 of the planting for food and jobs? How much?
Mr. Chairman, on the floor of Parliament, such questions are asked, and the ministers are given adequate time to prepare and come and give a definite answer. As we sit here right now, I mean, my friend's question is so pregnant that it will be very difficult for those of us here to deliver. So I'm still adding that to the earlier one, that we will make ourselves available to the committee if need be. Thank you.
Honorable Chairman, when the Minister of Finance came before the House during the media review just a week ago, he was able to give only the 2.9 billion figure. We didn't have an opportunity to ask him how much had been spent so far on the phase 2. You see, it's very important because of the skyrocketing prices of food items. If we know how much we are spending on the phase 2 and how successful that takeoff is, then we can reconcile with the hikes in prices of food items that we see now. That's why it's important for us to know how much has gone into it so far. And as a deputy minister, you ought to have that figure on your fingertip.
Mr. Chairman, yes, I may be a deputy minister in that ministry, but this one needs a lot of research. Oh yes, I just cannot sit here and off the cuff. I can't do that. Very unprofessional. That's why I say that just take your time and you will deliver at the appropriate time. We are under oath. You know, I don't want to go to the court because of what I say here. Thank you.
Chairman. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Gifa.
Thank you very much, Chair. Honorable Minister, I will not be intimidated, you know that. Honorable Minister, I have a concern, and perhaps you may bring the response later. That would be okay. But the lifespan of the vegetables that we are buying now, it's so short and scary. And sometimes even the odor that it exudes is so repulsive. I bought Kobe, which I love, by the way. And for some reason, I haven't had time to use it. It's sitting there and changing color every day. I took pictures of it. My intention is to send it to Food and Drugs Board. What exactly are we putting in the soil? What kind of things are we adding to... Wait. But I mentioned other things. It is... I mentioned... Roxanne, will you stop interrupting me? You are my nephew. Behave yourself. Your aunt is speaking. Don't interrupt your aunt. What exactly, coming back to the vegetables and fruits too, what are we putting in the soil to make it impossible for it to live long? When we didn't have fridges, our tomatoes could stay for months. Now, even onion, even onions, they rot within a week. They're going bad. What is going on?
Mr. Chairman, this is something that because we work closely with the Crop Research Institute and all those people. So these are things that need serious investigation into, because it's not only here. All of us buy from the market and we experience that kind of thing. So it's not something that I will sit here and the same vein give reasons why things are happening that way. We need a scientific answer, scientifically. So we provide the answer when we confer with our scientific institutions. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
All right, OPK want to ask a question.
Thank you. So, Ministry of Agri, if you listen carefully to all the concerns that have been raised here, there's one key point that has been raised, that food is in abundance. And clearly, for food to sit on somebody's table and even go bad, to the extent that Kobe, which we find in waters, would have a correlation to, clearly indicates that food is in abundance. I think what I would want to find out from you, for instance, on Monday when I returned to this country, I went to my constituency for a quick meeting, and I realized that there were a lot of tomatoes on the streets from Accra to Kwau in Koko. Thank you very much, Chairman. What mechanisms are you putting in place under PFJ2 to store these products so that prices do not escalate? Because I realize that the food is there, the food is in abundance, but what we lack as a people is the storage mechanism. And it's a major problem. My place, we grow onions. There's a question. My place, we grow onions. One thing I've realized is that one of the differences between Ghana and Niger is that Niger has good storage facility. So during the dry season, they're able to bring their products to our country. But in my place, there's no storage. So what are you doing as a ministry in the face of the success of the PFJ1 that has led to abundance of food? What are you doing to store these products?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. I was going to add this, the answer to my brother to those questions that we have piled here to give you the appropriate answers. I was going to add to it, but at least this one, as I was driving from
How about this one is favor you, so you want to answer?
No. I witnessed something myself yesterday on my way from the Volta region, Mr. Chairman. On my way from the Volta region, I observed this abundance of tomatoes. Look, from Sogakope, hold on. From Sogakope right down to Sege. Look, tomato, yesterday, I bought some tomatoes that I felt the price was unbelievable. But that was yesterday, yes. Anybody who would challenge? No, it's so cheap compared to about 3 weeks ago. So the seasonality of some of these things determine the prices. As for that one, it is established in Ghana.
All right.
But you see, this one I don't need the research because I saw it yesterday myself.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
All
right. You have already conducted research on this one.
And storage facilities are being put up everywhere. Ghana. Whoever uses that road.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Davis Opoku Ansa, popularly called OPK, says that there is food in abundance in Ghana. I'm sure you are going to trend today on the social media.
Chairman, I mean, there's empirical data to support it.
Like the tomatoes on the Adan Road.
If you look at the success of the PFJ1, with the exception of one commodity, I mean, every of the food And this is coming from Statistical Service, and I'm speaking based on
Yet,
facts.
food prices, food
facts.
inflation has been high.
So, Chairman, that's why I'm saying that the factors that contribute to food prices is not just about the planting and the harvesting of the product. Transport cost has a play.
Okay.
And the major cost is
And,
the storage,
and,
lack of storage
and
facilities.
the PFJ
And I
didn't think about that.
It is something that I want them to
The
to
project
address.
didn't think about that. The project didn't think about that, about the storage facilities.
Mr. Chairman.
Anyway,
Mr. Chairman,
Minister, no, I won't allow you to.
I will
There is a
personally
question.
present you a copy of the PFJ report, and you will know that all these things that we are talking about are captured in that report.
How many storage facilities have you constructed? How many have you constructed? How many have you constructed?
80 warehouses around the country.
Not warehouses, storage facilities.
The pack houses. No, we are now building them. The pack houses you are now.
Yes, Honorable Bauer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I am coming from a food growing area, specifically Ejura Sichidumasi. And I would like, I think Honorable Opike, I don't know where he's getting his information from. Right now, every year at this season, this is supposed to be the harvesting season that we have new maize, new yam, cowpea. A bag of cowpea is selling, yesterday, Monday was a Ejura market day. A bag of cowpea was selling at 2,700 Ghana cedis. A bag of maize, fresh maize from the farm, is selling at farm gate, is selling at 800 Ghana cedis.
What kg? What kg?
For what kg?
Yes.
A bag of, between 120, 125 kg.
So
I'm coming. Let me finish. And if you, right now, as we are speaking, the cost of production is the reason why food prices are high. If you go the tractor services, 1 acre is taking 400 Ghana cedis. A bag of fertilizer, now, as we speak, a bag of NPK at the market, you know it, it's over 400 Ghana cedis. A bag of ammonia. So the cost of production is even making the farmers, they are not even able to break even when even they farm. So what steps is your ministry taking to ensure that at least the cost of production, producing food, the cost of producing food is drastically reduced to ensure that there's food sustainability in this country? That's what we should be thinking of. And this propaganda that my brother is doing, which will not help us, because if you say if your mother is dead and you say his mother is asleep, actually she will get rotten, and everybody, we hear the smell. So what we're trying to put up, tell us what are we going to do to ensure that you bring down the cost of production, to ensure that to ensure that there's sustainable food in this country. Cost of production. What steps are you taking to bring it down?
Mr. Chairman. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. My honorable members' concerns are all addressed under this project on what we call the input credit system that we are introducing. You don't need to have all the monies to go and buy all those things. Just get your land registered. And once you get the land registered and you are linked to an aggregator, all those inputs will be given to you in the form of credits. We are going to take the produce and not you paying monies for us. You won't go to the bank and take a loan and then all the hassles about interest payment and all that. That is what this project is here to cure. So please, Mr. Chairman, on that note, I thank you very much for giving us this opportunity.
I have not discharged you, so there are more questions to come. Vice Chairman.
Honorable Minister, some of us don't have short memories. There was a time that the Minister for Agriculture came in to display plantain, which was not part of Planting for Food and Jobs, and says plantain was so cheap they could buy it for 2 cedis. Right now, plantain, one is 10 cedis. Does it mean that your Planting for Food and Jobs has failed?
Mr. Chairman, In fact, this question falls within the same line. Because I can't sit down here and banter with my honorable member here on prices. Because it depends on the market he goes and the market I go. So I'm telling you that we are going to compile all these things from our local markets, and then we avail ourselves to this committee if need be. That is my stand, and please indulge us so we can give you good answers.
Minister, just to leave you with a fancy proverb. If your mother is dead and you are telling us that she's asleep, don't worry, a time will come that you will be hungry, and then we'll find out whether your mother is dead or asleep.
Honorable Member, thank you very much.
Honorable Mutala.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Deputy Agri Ministers. My nephew, actually. What plans is the ministry putting in place to ensure that the rice that rice farmers have actually produced, including my good self, and the former Minister for Health, Honorable Jimamenu, including Honorable Apak, Honorable Adongo, Honorable Samson, Honorable Veji, we have thousands of bags of rice in the farms. This year, many people decided they won't farm. Others have reduced the number of acres they would have, farmed. What plans is the ministry putting in place to ensure that we don't continuously discourage farmers to produce in a country where we are now spending almost $3 billion in the importation of rice and poultry products, since we have the capacity to produce? What plans are you putting in place to ensure we buy this?
Honorable, my uncle, Honorable Mutala, I didn't get the bit on the. Are you talking about farmers produced last year and didn't have market?
Yes, in fact.
And they are sitting in the warehouses.
As a matter of fact, Honorable Deputy Minister, I have had some conversations with you.
Yes.
And I've had conversations with the Minister for Agric. And the promise was that government was going to buy the rice.
Yes.
And I have followed through on numerous times. In fact, the former Minister for Health even lamented, we haven't had any purchases of that. We still have our rice in the farms.
So, Honorable Mutala, do you have the rice?
Absolutely. And maybe if I'll give you detailed information. This year, Honorable Suhiyene decided that he wasn't... I'm coming. Let me finish. Honorable Suhiyene decided he wasn't going to farm. That he only provides services with his equipments. Honorable Adunga has actually cut the number of acres he planted last year, farm size. Many I intended increasing, but I decided I won't increase because I don't even have market for them. It was last week, a gentleman called me and told me some people are now there buying. And the price they are even quoting is completely unacceptable.
How much? Can I, if
300 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis.
So you see the dilemma of the ministry. Actually, Minister, Chairman, you see, last year we had a situation where farmers produced enough rice and we had issues with market and agreed, because I'm also part of the system and I know what it is. Unfortunately, the prices that buyers were ready to pay for 100 kg bag was 180. And it was not good for the farmers. At the same time, consumers and even members of parliament want prices to be very low. You see the dilemma of the agri ministry. As our interest is for us to encourage as many people to go into agriculture, to earn living and to improve their well-being. That is our main objective, to provide food security. So farmers produce, prices were at 180 Ghana cedis. Farmers were not ready to sell. Listen, we made sure that people who pass through the corridors illegally to buy what we have subsidized for our farmers to produce in Ghana, neighboring countries, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, we made sure that we prevented them from coming to do so. So we needed to encourage our big players that have Nash, the big other players who buy in bulk to process, but they were also wanted to buy at the price that will keep them in business, 180 per 100 kg bag. Farmers were not ready to sell, and we had a big issue. As time passes, as I know and I can report confidently because I have evidence, about 2-3 months ago, the prices gone up to 350 Ghana cedis. So I'm surprised you say you still have stock. You can't even get Paji to buy if you have 1,000, whatever quantities you have. I'm telling you, you can bring it for a price.
Mr. Chairman, this was the same stories you told me when I had a conversation with you. The same stories the Minister for Agriculture, and I'm saying it on public platform. Oh, they are willing to buy. So but when he says that, Mr. Chairman, when he says that if you have them, but I'm saying that the same story. But let me state, usually Avnash buys from the farmers, Mr. Chairman. Last year, Avnash decided that they were not going to buy. And the reason why they were not going to buy was that they had huge rice already they bought last 2 years, that they didn't have purchases for the rice. Do you know that NADMO, they still supply imported rice? And can't the ministry, or what steps is the ministry taking to ensure that at least the rice that NADMO supplies to victims and school feeding and buffer stock, that the rice that is produced by domestic farmers are supplied through them so that they don't buy NADMO. As a matter of fact, the PRO of NADMO confirmed this, that they still provide people who are victims of disaster as and when they strike, unfortunately, with imported rice. So I just want to find out whether we can be guaranteed that there will be ready markets for our rice. And those, I can have this discussion with you. There are several of my colleagues who have their rice at Yaba, the constituency of the Minister for Youth and Sports, so that they can go for them.
Mr. Chairman, I think all the concerns here have been taken on board. And it's something that we are going to use to develop whatever policies on production and marketing. It enriches our work. So if you allow me, let me now thank you. And thank
if I will allow you to go. Honorable Ministers, I'm going to allow you to go. No follow-up again. And we want to thank you for coming. But the civil servant at the ministry are waiting for the PFG market where plantain, yam, the rest were all sold. They are waiting to buy some. So on that note, you are discharged. Honorable members, this is all we have for today. We are meeting tomorrow again at 9 in the morning to take other ministries. So I want to thank you very much for coming today. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.